Okay. Let's see. It's kind of embarrassing talking in front of this motherfucker, and I got one of them cheap ass phones too from the government. Like, 'cause I had food stamps a year ago or whatever, but long story. Anyway, so it's like my screen is fucking. That's it. I was getting on here. It's like 6 in the morning. I'm sitting here by myself, like, just thinking to myself, like, I'm completely off topic from where I was. Y'all have to excuse me from cooking bacon. But, off topic from what I originally started out trying to say, but it's all going to boil down to, like, people using words too loosely. You know what I mean? Like, friends or love or anything like that. And I'm not no sour ass dude getting on here fucking. I had my heart broke. You know what I mean? I'm a sorry. I'm a good person that has did some sorry shit. I'll put it that way. And I'm just on here talking shit. You're trying to get life figured out. You know what I mean? It's a fucking hard thing to do. But I think I'm finally in the right mental state where I'm focusing. So figured I was here by myself and might as well fucking start this little video or whatever and maybe post it and see if any get anybody that like-minded or thinks the same way or has the same questions that I have. I'm just on here really to ask questions or ask everybody else if anybody else does see this. Like, am I crazy or is the fucking world crazy? Like, for real. And I'm saying that like, yeah, it's a long story. I ain't getting in all that. Yeah, I'm crazy too. I'm not saying anything like negative on anybody that trying to one up no motherfuckers. You know what I mean? I'm far from being able to do that. But it's like, I think to myself sometimes, is people just, and maybe it's the region I'm in, is just like stupid. Now I've always heard that saying there's a difference between being stupid and ignorant or some shit like that. I'm not exactly sure exactly how the saying goes, but the ones that get it, you know what I mean? So, it's like, I don't know, it's just such, everything's got so many, like, ways that shit can pan out, you know what I mean? Like, you got so many different decisions that lead it to something like way down the road, and you gotta be more aware of, like, the short-term decisions that you're in my opinion anyway. Like, that's what I'm trying to, see if I'm crazy or not, to see if anybody else agrees, like, but like, the short-term shit, and like, if you got a friend that, okay, I mean, I deal, I'm not gonna say what world did I deal in, but, deal with some scatty ass people from time to time, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying that I'm any better, because I did fucking dirt too, but, a lot of the back to the topic, like the words being used too freely. A lot of people call these people friends that rip them off, or they call it snitch, or whatever the case may be, the day before, and then you see them hanging out like the next day, you're talking, because they have something that they can benefit from the other person, you know what I mean? It's pretty much like, when it all boils down to selling your soul, like, to a motherfucker you just slimy, to best buddies now because he has something you want, or he has a job that maybe he's trying to get you, or power. It all boils down to power. Anybody with a position of power is going to use that to their, and I know I'm doing my hands a lot, I'm nervous, but to the best of their ability, you know what I mean? Like, that's just human nature. I'm not saying that I would do it any differently, but I like to think that I have a little more, I don't know the word I'm looking for, truth, or humility, maybe humbleness. I'm not sure exactly the word to use there, but than a lot of people, you know what I mean? And I try to see shit from every angle, from both sides of the story, because I know there's some fuckery out there that people try to get you dragged down in their fucking shit. It's not even your problem to begin with. Like, I'm not going to say we, because I can't speak for everybody, but by my personal opinion, or the people that I know, a lot of them, like, worry too much on everybody else's business instead of focusing on the shit that they need to do themselves first. And I'm guilty of it too. I'm not saying anything like that, because God knows I am, but I'm trying to see if I'm crazy, like I'm going fucking mental here, or is there other people, and is it even logical thinking that I'm doing? You know what I mean? And is there other people out there that think the same thing if I am fucking crazy? But it's like, and I know I offend a lot of people, but it's never with intent. You know what I mean? It's I never had no malice toward no person. I'm just a real motherfucker, and a lot of people can't speak on it or talk about it. You know what I mean? Or can't handle the fucking realness. Like, you tell them something real, and they want to live in another fucking world or another reality. It's like, no, that's what this is. Like, and I do it. Like, when I fuck up, I'll be the first to say shit about myself too. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that I'm any different from people I'm speaking on. And the people I'm speaking on doesn't necessarily have names. It's just situations, relationships that I've been through or learned from is what I don't know what to think. My mind's fucking always all over the place. You know what I mean? Like, I can't focus. I figured I'd start a video and maybe post it on YouTube. I'm not going to get no clickbait bullshit. But shit, maybe I'll get lucky and like strike a fucking revenue or something where I can monetize the shit, and maybe my voice is like, maybe other people's thinking the same way that I'm thinking. But technology, you know what I mean? Really, the people that's on here I ain't gonna have a whole lot in common with, because it has, I mean, phones and shit, it has, I think it's progressed us as a species, and I'm saying this as a personal opinion, like, it's progressed us, like, as far as technology and being able to provide for your family and different revenues and information, but you got to see where you're getting the information from, like, or who's pushing the narrative or an agenda behind whatever you're looking up or whatever the case might be, because it all boils down in the fucking end to money and greed. Like, it really does. And once you get it, and I'm not saying that I'd be any different, like, I'd fucking sell out, not as hard as a lot of motherfuckers, and not to as great an extent, I don't think, but like, everybody's, in order to survive, you have to fucking rely on the system pretty much, you know what I mean? Not unless you're a lucky motherfucker like, say, Kanye or Conor McGregor, and I'm using fucking socialites, or what, not socialites, but celebrities, you know what I mean, for an example, which has nothing to look up to or strive to be. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm not saying don't make that a career for yourself, because it could be paying good money, but don't look up to a motherfucker that's acting on camera and being a character, is I guess what I'm trying to be at, like, or trying to get at. And I'm still nervous and probably bumbling my words and shit. Like, I'm cooking some bacon too. I don't know if I'm sure y'all seen a spatula in my hand and shit over there. It's breakfast time, and I'm just bored, fucking wanting to shoot some shit. Like, I don't know how to do all that live streaming and all that bullshit, but I'll probably post this on YouTube, see if it does get any clicks. Like, maybe, I don't know, maybe fucking somewhere in the metaverse, it's got this generation so encapsulated. Oh yeah, I never finished my point. What I was saying about technology is like it's progressed as a species, like, in a lot of ways, but the information that you're getting is all foregone information, if that makes sense. Like, you're just getting information that somebody else is pushing as the way that they might have seen what you're looking up. Like, that was their personal point of view. That's the whole point of the video. Like, a lot of people, words is very powerful. And like I said, maybe it's my region, I'm sure it is, that I live in, you know, in the South. And I'm not saying nothing bad about Southerners, because I wouldn't want to be any place else. But it's slower down here, and it's like we got a lot of good old country boys. And I'm not saying I'm not country or not. That's a different subject for a different day. That's not what I'm trying to go down that rabbit hole right now. But yeah, I'm just bored, and I don't know the answers to a lot of these questions, you know what I mean? Because like I said earlier, there is so many different paths that you could get to the same fucking destination. Just some people has different paths that they follow or travel. I try to make my own